I am a signatory to his will. We're two signatories to the will. One lawyer and me as a traditional ruler. I saw the will. The property this man acquired. I don't know whether Dangote or Cabo, all those big people have such property. He was wealthy, very wealthy. Let me add very. I think one of the houses in the UK, is worth about 80 billion, 80 billion pounds. One out of the others. There's no part of this country it doesn't have property. Except the ones I didn't see, it's in the north. But in Owerri, Imo State, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, Abuja, UK, United States, we have properties. Properties that what, if you mention one, we know that there is money. He was among the team. I won't say he was at the head because he was a student then. There were some other professors. Then he worked with them. They created the Ogbunigwe. They created the Shaw Battery when the airport was being built. I won't give the credit alone to Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. The credit will go to Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu and Iwuanyanwu. They were the key contributors. They gave money, real money. This one will bring, this one will bring. Then people will be, governors will be doing launching. Do you know that most companies that establish airlines, they hire the planes they used to establish until when they stabilize, they start buying. He owned his own. He bought but 4 of them. He bought and paid, and they started delivering them. He wanted to become president. He was nearly there, but he chose certain people who betrayed him. He became a kingmaker. He chose many people that became governor, that became something at the federal level, senators, that in short, he was a kingmaker. When they went for airport, they said no, that they can't have airport in Enugu, have in Port Harcourt, and they built it. They now changed it to cargo airport. That's how the name came. Say cargo airport, that we are traders who import and bring it down here. It was approved. It was later, when it was approved, they made modifications to change it to commercial airport. When he started politics, they asked him to become governor. He said no, that is above, that he wants something bigger. He now said they should put Sam Mbakwe.
This is Creative Lord TV, and today we are live and direct in Atta, in Ikeduru, Imo State. When you look at it, Atta Junction. Yeah. So guys, you know this is Creative Lord TV now. Anywhere we go, you know, say there is something there. You want to go? When you come to this town, when you come to this community have produced a lot of prominent people, a lot of billionaires, a lot of great men. You want to go? And today we are here to talk about billionaire late Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. He's from this town. Who is Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu? He was the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. A man who was very intelligent and smart when he was a kid. You know, that was when they were selecting Africans who was very smart, he was among the few that was choosing to study abroad. And this man studied engineer and came back to Nigeria. During the war, he joined and contributed well during Biafra and Nigeria Civil War. Yes. And this man, apart from that, he became a billionaire in every area. He was engineer, he was into real estate, he was into everything. He was a man that everything he did it perfectly. A very smart man. He was from this town. This man we are talking about was, he attempted to become the president of Nigeria more than 3 times. He was a political figure, a billionaire. Yes, he contested to become the president of Nigeria 3 good times. Yes. When you come to Imo State, when you come to Nigeria as a whole and talk about Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, everybody knows him and everybody will listen. If the first man, the first individual to own a private, like an airline in Nigeria. That's how great this man was. So when you talk about money, when you talk about influence, when you talk about politics, the man is there. Today, we are here to talk about him. Guess what, guys? When you come to this town, we should see the influence, the legacy he left behind. Yes. So we are going to go to the villagers. We are going to go to the traditional ruler of this town to ask him about this great man, Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, what they have benefited from him, the impact he brought in this town, what he did for his people. Because what I go? So let's go and meet the traditional ruler. He will tell us more about this great man. Before we go, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click and like, comment. Just make sure you share this video, guys. And don't forget, we are into event coverage. You can contact us for your event. We take professional event coverage, cover your event and everything. And don't forget, we also have landed properties in our estates. You can call us. We have land in Enugu, we have land in Oka. Contact us so that you can get your plot in a proper place. And we also have houses for sale in Enugu, in the heart of Enugu. All these places is in the heart of the town. So contact us for you to buy your property from us. That's another way to support us. And you can still send us something to go another place, man. So let's go and hear this story.
Well, I am His Royal Highness Eze Joe Anika Ezomunna Wike II of Atta, Ancient Kingdom. I am a knight of St. Christopher, and by the grace of God, I am 9 years on this throne. By next year, I'm going to celebrate my 10th year on the throne. Well, this man, the day the story broke that he was dead, the journalists came, I couldn't speak. When I start speaking, tears will flow. I asked them to go and come back. They went and later come back the next day. By then, I've gathered myself. He is my first cousin. The mother is the senior sister of my mother, the same womb. When the mother was married to Atta from Oka in Mbano, as she was coming, she came with my mother. It was in the Iwuanyanwu family house that my father saw my mother and married her. That's why both of us are in the same community. So, he's somebody, if I start talking about him, you will not go today. Maybe you will go tomorrow, but I won't go into all that details. But I know him as a philanthropist. Born philanthropist, not made. Some people copy, some people do things, but his own, he was born philanthropist. He came from a very poor background, but he struggled and made it. Even while he was struggling, he was helping people. So, first of all, I don't know the area you want me to talk about, but I will talk about his industrialization. Then you can ask me a question on other areas. He is the only man in the Southeast who created jobs more than even the governments of the Southeast. He created jobs, he employed people, he created employment. Do you know that most of his top staff Some are from Anambra, some are from Abia. He gave them the free hand to operate, and they operated, and the company made profit. And he took care of them. There were a chain of companies, Hardel Enic. He brought a foreign partner. They started Hardel Enic Construction. After some time, they broke even, and the white man collected his profit and left the company for him. So he now brought in Nigerians, Igbos in particular. Even though he had some Yoruba and Hausa staff, but majority were Southeasterners. He created employment. People, but then after creating employment, he became rich. What he did now, how do I give back to my community? He created the Iwuanyanwu Foundation that gives scholarship to people. I was supposed to be a beneficiary of that foundation, but he said no. He won't put his cousin's name inside a foundation, that he will pay my school fees directly. And that's what he did. That is exactly what he did. If not, I would have been in the list of those who benefited from Iwuanyanwu Educational Foundation. But my name is not there. But he took the bill until I came out. He created a blood bank at FMC, Federal Medical Center then, now University Teaching Hospital, Owerri. He created a blood bank that people go to. In fact, after creating the blood bank, he donated blood first. Then others followed and donated. So when there is emergency cases, you don't need to start looking for people. You go there, check the blood type, and collect blood and treat people. There are many other things he did. In fact, we had the Magil Industries in Atta here. He created, or he built the Magil Industries and employed. He was the first person who gave us light after the Civil War. He was the first person. He was using his borehole, pumping into tanker and going to distribute to homes to give them water. You see, he found water and electricity as a very essential thing in the life of the people. Because when we were kids, my mother will ask us early in the morning, we'll go to the stream. We'll go to the stream, very far away from here. We'll go and fetch water and first cross over the main road and go to their home and give to my aunt, that is Iwuanyanwu's mother. We'll give them water first, then we'll come back, cross over, collect water, and come back here and take our bath, eat, and go to school. So when he broke even, he saw water as a rare commodity, especially in that their area. They are further from the river than us. We are closer. So he did a very big borehole. The symbol of if you like, I will take you. You will see the borehole. It has been vandalized, everything, but it was a very big borehole that generated water. They put it. He will use tanker, his own tanker. They will fill the tanker. He will go from people here will carry drums and put at the main road. When they come, they will fill it. They will continue like that. Think of such a man. Is he a created philanthropist or a born philanthropist? Choose one. So there are many other things. I don't know where to start. Like the one day when I have become a journalist, we went for an assignment. I saw people, one Hausa journalist and one journalist from Delta State. They were quarreling. Then I said, what is the problem? That young man was telling that this idiot was calling Iwuanyanwu Banza. He was calling Iwuanyanwu Banza. Then he challenged him. They started quarreling. So we separated the fight. Then, after everything, I called the young man to the corner. He's from Delta State. I said, where are you from? He says from Delta. Why are you fighting for Iwuanyanwu? The man said, look, Iwuanyanwu made him what he is today. I said, how? He said he went to Champion newspapers when the Champion newspaper was established newly. Then he saw an advert, Iwuanyanwu Educational Foundation, that people should apply from everywhere, not only from Imo State or East Central State, but from anywhere in the country. He now applied, called the newspaper, applied, and sent the application. So after about 6 months, they got a letter. It was post office then. Got a letter asking him to come for interview in Owerri. A scholarship interview. Then he told the mother. The mother went and caught plantain, caught this, sold them, collected transport money and gave him. And he came to Owerri at the glass house. They met the panel, they interviewed him, and he left. After a short time, he got a letter that he has won because the young man, from his speech, is intelligent. Yes. Say he has won the scholarship and that he should come with all documents to come and perfect the scholarship and the start. The mother went again, cut plantain, cut anything sellable from the farm, gave him transport. He came, they gave him the letter and gave him transport money to go and prepare because he got admission with University of Nigeria, Department of Mass Communication, to do mass comm. So he now collected everything. They gave him transport money that will take him back, then take him to the school to go and do registration. He went and did the registration, and that's how he started and became a journalist. That he won't be alive, see any bastard start abusing the man for nothing's sake. See, that is why I wanted to talk about the foundation. The foundation helped a whole lot of people. Some are abroad, some are everywhere. Yeah. So let me talk about, okay, he established Magil Industries. Magil is a farm that produces, they produce seedlings. Then the other side they develop the seedlings, and they produce fruits, produce things like pineapple, oranges, and all this, like an orchard. But the seedling farm produces the one they sell to farmers, and farmers buy them and go and they replicate or grow them into something bigger. He did Magil furniture. Magil is a combination of his name, his in-law's name and his wife's. His wife is Magil is a combination of the two names. The father-in-law's name and the wife's name. They build a furniture company. The wife was in charge. They employed people. He built a sponge industry in Atta. Yes, these are aluminium sponge. They were manufacturing it. He built Magil bread. They employed people. In short, he was building, and anyone that he lays his hand upon will prosper. Just like he said in the Bible, the thing will continue to prosper. But after a long time, our people started stealing. Very friend. Some of the industries died because of mismanagement. He can't manage everything on his own because he put people in places and some mismanaged them. But Champion newspaper is another one that has survived up to today. He bequeathed it to the daughter, the first daughter. So that one is still functioning, but mostly it comes up online. If you are in WhatsApp, you'll be seeing their publication. And in Lagos and Abuja and Owerri, they still bring some copies and they sell. But it's one of the organizations that is surviving up to today. He had a Enic Advertising. Enic Advertising was an advertising company. It was doing well. There was a time he asked me to leave Radio Nigeria and come and manage Enic Advertising. I said, okay, Uncle, let me go and think about it. When I thought about it, I said, Enic Advertising is a private company. It's a private company. Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria is a federal. So by the time I went back to him, I told him, sir, I used to call him, I call him De Emma. De Emma, that's the thing I call him. I said, De Emma, I've thought about this thing. If I leave Radio Nigeria, Atta will have lost a position in the federal. Why not choose another person from our community to take up that position so that I will maintain our share in Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria? He shook his head and said, you have a very big point. I agree with you. That's why I didn't leave. If I had left, maybe Enic would have died in my hand, or maybe it would have prospered. I do not know. I didn't go, but they brought somebody, and at the end of the day, they mismanaged it. That one died. So the man, I don't know, he was too large. When he started politics, they asked him to become governor. He said no, that he's above, that he wants something bigger. He now said they should put Sam Mbakwe. It was a battle. And at that time was NPP. NPP. He said, and he was part of those who formed the NPP. So he said Mbakwe should go. And his choice of Mbakwe was perfect. He really chose the right candidate who came and performed, and everybody was happy. Then he now made a foray into presidential ambition. He wanted to become president. He was nearly there, but he chose certain people who betrayed him. I don't want to go into that detail because if I go in, I need to call names. Yes. They will carry the money. They will come to by then, I was in Kaduna. I was Radio Nigeria correspondent in Kaduna. They will come there, he will call me that their people are coming. When you go there, you see what they are doing. I will call him, Dema, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't think they are reaching out to these people. I said, no, I trust. And if he trusts you, he will trust you to the last. No. Now, I trust the people I sent. I don't want to mention names. They did it, and then one man from Plateau State, he made him the national coordinator. The man was the one who helped to nail everything about his ambition, and he lost. Well, we were part of the people who advised him to pull out of politics. That is bigger than this local politics. So that they don't mess him up. Look at his own personal resources. He sent people to do the job, give out this thing to people. They didn't. And he lost the opportunity. So what makes somebody to think that even if he wins, the people he's going to appoint are going to help him to push the nation forward. So I think he listened to advice and he abandoned the idea of pursuing political. He became a kingmaker. He chose many people that became governor, that became something at the federal level, senators. That in short, he was a kingmaker. And then, what else do I say about him? When the airport was being built, I won't give the credit alone to Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu. The credit will go to Ivan Enwerem and Iwuanyanwu. They were the key contributors. They gave money, real money. This one will bring, this one will bring. Then governors will be doing launching here and there, but the launching can never be equated to the money two of them provided for the airport. And today, the airport is a reality. We are all enjoying it. When they went for airport, they said no, they can't have airport in Enugu, have in Port Harcourt, and they built it. They now changed it to cargo airport. That's how the name came. It's a cargo airport, that we are traders who import and bring it down here. It was approved. It was later, when it was approved, they made modifications to change it to commercial airport. So, in short, as I said, if I continue talking, I'll continue talking till tomorrow. So unless there's specific areas you want me to touch, then I will do that.
So can you talk about his airline?
His airline, Oriental Airlines. It's the same sickness. He established the Oriental Airline. Do you know that most companies that establish airline, they hire the planes they used to establish until when they stabilize, they start buying. He owned his own. He bought about 4 of them. He bought and paid, and they started delivering them. They delivered the first 2. After some time, they delivered 1. After some time, they delivered the 4th one. Then his ambition was, if they start growing, then he will buy more. If there is pressure, he will even hire. But my brother, the same people, administrators he hired, they run the airline down. I think recently, about 2 years ago, some of the planes are still at some Mbakwe airport. They have changed the name, some Mbakwe airport. Yeah. Some of the planes were still there, and people were talking about how to recover them and take them away. It was run down by poor administration and corruption. Everybody want to. People will give flight tickets to their girlfriends, to their children. They will go without paying. And this aircraft is a capital intensive business. You need to generate money to maintain the aircraft, maintain them Do you know that you can be traveling, you go to the airport, they say you can't, the flight has been changed because of maintenance. So if you go to the airport, they say because of maintenance, you cannot maintain, and the person misses the flight, it becomes a problem of litigation. So that's how they ran that one down. That one also died. He tried though. He tried putting his hand in everything that would be good for the people. But
So was he the first individual to or
no,
Nigeria?
in Nigeria, let me see. In Nigeria, I think we had a Cabo Air before Oriental. So he's not the first Nigerian, but it's about the second or third Nigerian that went into the aviation business.
So coming when he was small, I heard that he was so smart that he went to Germany to study free of charge, like a scholarship. Like he won a scholarship to study in
Okay.
and it was
No.
in Africa, not even Nigeria. They choose few people from Africa to.
Yes. He's a very intelligent human being. He got that scholarship. I don't know how it started. He went through to Lagos. They had that interview at is it the British Embassy or the German Embassy? They had it. He was among the 3 people that were chosen. And he went and studied engineering and came back. Do you know that he is the person who created, they call it batch. I don't know how, I am not a scientist, but there is a batch they used to cross vehicles across rivers or yes, across river. He created that thing with local materials, and people started using it. And then later they started improving on it. I think he was the first Nigerian engineer to, I don't know the actual name they call it. It has a name.
They put car on it.
Yes,
To
crossover.
cross a car. Yes.
Cars, not only one.
Yes.
Yes. There was a day we were discussing. He mentioned the name of that thing and how he came about it. But it's not something I carried off it.
Did he tell you anything about his involvement during the war?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
You know, he was an engineering student at UNN. Then the war started. They were conscripted, but they saw his talent and put him into the research and production. He was among the team. I won't say he was at the head because he was a student then. There were some other professors. Then he worked with them. They created the Ogbunigwe. They created the shore battery. I don't know whether you know what is shore battery. Shore battery is the version of Ogbunigwe that you put inside the river or inside the sea. When an enemy ship or war boat is coming, when it gets to that head, they will pump it from the guy, it will explode and scatter the ship. Shore battery. They created, he was among the team that created it. He fought, he didn't go to battlefield, but he was one of the brains behind the prolongation of that war because they were doing things that surprised the Nigerian government.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about Iwuanyanwu, what will you say about that man?
That man is an icon. He's an icon. In short, he was more than an Iroko tree. People, if you start asking people to describe him, it will be like the blind men who went to study the elephant. Some will go to the leg and give their own description. Some will go to the tusk and give their own description. Some will go to the tail. Everywhere you touch the main body, you give your own description. You say it like a mountain. The man is a man of many parts. So one man alone cannot describe him fully. I am talking about him because he's related to me. That's why I knew him to that level. The man, give me here understand. People in Ajum say, how do I relate with this man? If he is disturbed or is angry and you go to him, then you want to present your problem. He will harass you, you will run away. But me, knowing him very well, if I go there, you say, Joe, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? Then I know he's not in the correct mood. I'll tell him, no, I just came to greet you. I returned from so and so place. I said, let me come and greet you. I said, okay. How about your wife? How about your children? They are fine. Okay, I will leave. Maybe the next day or 2 days' time, I will come. Immediately you enter, he says, Joe, Kebira, what of your wife? What of your children? How are they? Then you know he's in the mood to talk. Then you table your problem. If you table your problem, he will take care of it. He's not that bad man, but if you meet him in a bad mood, you will run away and you won't go back. You won't go back. But if you know him, immediately he starts, what can I do for you? Just don't go. Tell him you came to say hi, to greet him. That's okay. Mbani, greet your wife and children for me. I will leave quietly. When I see the next day or 2 days after, I will come back. When I come back, hey, Joe, you came back the other, you came here the other day. Say, yes, sir. I say, your family, one? Well, I say, they are good. It's okay. Look at the problem I have. He said, He has done many things for many people. There was a man they accused of murder. He didn't commit any murder. Somebody came to buy something from his shop. And as he was leaving, he got a fit, started shaking, bang, 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 bang. Before help will come, the man died. They came and sealed that man's shop, carried the man and his boys, sent them to police. They're accusing him of murder. The wife rushed to Chief Iwuanyanwu, was rushing. Iwuanyanwu was about entering the vehicle. He said, Madam, what's the problem? The woman told the story. He carried his phone, called the commissioner of police. He said, look at somebody that you are holding. Hold on that case until we properly investigate it. The story you are hearing might not be the truth. Hold the story. Hey, where put the man? Domezie. Ya gacha ebe ogara. Then was here the commissioner. Send there his lawyers. They went there. Yeah, we're a bad man. He didn't even know the woman. Yes. But he knew that the woman came to complain. When after thorough investigation, they discovered that the man had a sickness, a terminal disease that they don't have money to treat. So it's unfortunate that after buying something from that, he came outside, not even inside the shop, came outside and fell and had the fit. After the fit, he died. So the man, ordinarily, the man will have sold the land to come out of it. But this one, the man came out. These boys, they released them. That man has done, if we human beings can judge how person goes to heaven. 90% of our people here will vote for him to go to heaven. But it's only God that judges that one. Not man.
How good he was. You just finished talk. So the man is great. Like if we keep talking, just like if you keep talking about that man, I feel like the man is too. I think we are not even talking enough.
We are not talking. You can't talk enough. Just like I use the blind man going to visit the elephant. Everybody will give his own version. Everybody will give his own version.
So he was recognized as one of the richest Igbo men. How rich he was, if you can talk. How rich was he? Well, yes. So some people even say he was richer than Dangote, all those things. And we don't want to talk about our own because some of us
we don't celebrate our own. Okay. Let me give you. I'm not going to say he is the richest or the poorest or the third richest or second richest. What I'm going to tell you that I am a signatory to his will. We're two signatories to the will. One lawyer and me as a traditional ruler. I saw the will. The property this man acquired. I don't know whether Dangote or Cabo, all those big people have such property. The property that was shared for his family. The man was really, really rich. Real rich. The properties, some are in the UK, some are in America. There is no part of this country it doesn't have property. Except the ones I didn't see, it's in the north. But in Owerri, Imo State, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, Abuja, UK, United States, we have properties. Properties that what, if you mention one, you know that there is money. So me, I can't rate him. But from the document, I have a copy as a signatory to the will. I have a copy. So when I go through, I know this man was really rich.
Not wealthy.
Wealthy. You are right. That's the right word. He was wealthy. Very wealthy. Let me add very.
I could say multi-billionaire.
He is so, because I think one of the houses in the UK, is worth about 80 billion, 80 billion pounds. One out of the others.
You yourself was confused.
My brother, I am just one of the blind men who went to see the elephant. I'm only discussing the ones my hands felt.
So, the people of Atta would like to hear from you as a traditional ruler. What do you tell your kingdom? Somebody in UK or US who have traveled, they have never come home, but they are listening to you. What will you tell them?
They related to, they are coming to
community, people from Atta or Ikeduru as well.
Well, do you know, fortunately, I have traveled to all these places where on assignment too, not on my own. You know, I don't, as a journalist, I don't have that money to sponsor myself. But I've traveled to all those places several times. So if you, I've been to UK several times. I've been to US, different parts. I've been to Germany. Germany, I can, because I haven't gone there too much. I've gone to Bonn, Cologne, and the capital. What's the name?
Berlin.
Berlin. I've been to Berlin. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Niger. I've been to Cote d'Ivoire. Cameroon. Do you know Cameroon? I've been to Cameroon more than 20 times because I covered the boundary dispute between Nigeria and Cameroon at the World Court at The Hague. I covered it for 3 months. We were there until the case ended. Then we came back. It was after 6 months we went back for the judgment, and Nigeria lost.
The Bakassi Peninsula.
Yes, Nigeria lost. So when they lost, now people speculated war. That there's going to be war between Nigeria and Cameroon. Then Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of UN, he now brought the two presidents. Say, people are looking forward for a war, and the European countries would like to promote it to sell their arms. Don't go to war. We'll set up a tripartite commission to look into this matter. They set up the Nigeria-Cameroon Mixed Commission. The commission is made up of United Nations, Nigeria, and Cameroon. That's why they call it tripartite. It's 3 people organized into it. So they started holding meetings, monthly meetings. One will be in Abuja, the next one will be in Yaoundé. One will be in Abuja. So, and we who covered it, they chose some of us to be members of that commission. So I went to Cameroon.
Like it's your place.
Exactly. I went to Cameroon several times. Then Equatorial Guinea, I've been there. Gabon, I've been. As for African countries, I've been to many of them. Then, like Belgium, I've been to 2 of their towns. The capital, which is I wish I brought my. I've been to the capital. I've been to their commercial, like we have Abuja and Lagos. Their own commercial capital is hey.
Belgium.
Hmm?
You have gone to Belgium. I've gone everywhere.
I've really traveled.
I love that.
I've traveled to Netherlands now. That is where we went for the case.
Yeah.
Then I've been to from Germany. The next country I went in Europe was my brother.
You haven't forgotten the country you have traveled to?
Yes, there are many. Unless I bring out my CV now, you will see where I stated
You have
all
a
of them.
diplomatic passport or?
No. They refuse to give us diplomatic passport. You know, Nigeria, so they want to see that green. I had an encounter with some immigration officers. That encounter did not concern me, but it concerned a Nigerian lady from Owerri. We were in the same plane. When you are going to Germany, you stop over at one of their busiest airports.
Okay.
You stop there, then they will check you in. If you are checked in from there, you can go to any part of Europe. With your you can go.
No more disturbance.
Yes, because they have a common passage for people holding Schengen visa.
Yes.
So when we got down, me and my friend, he was also a journalist, as we were moving in, I turned back and saw that they have stopped the girl. We are holding green passport, so she is holding green passport. But when they saw journalists, they just passed us. Then they stopped the girl, say she should stand by the side. I called my friend, say, look, this lady will be in trouble. She's a Nigerian. Let's go and find out the problem. We went there. They said she didn't have booking for accommodation. He said no reservation because that they are going to take her back to Nigeria. I said why? I said why didn't you get reservation? She said the brother is living in Bonn. You know Bonn, it's Cologne. Bonn and Cologne are twin cities. Their airport is in the middle. He says brother is living in Cologne, and he offered her accommodation before she started processing. Then I told her, did you find out from her? He said, no. He said, it's a must. I said, it's not a must. We started arguing. Then their boss came out and said, yeah, what's the problem? I said, look, people, you're behaving like a racist. Later I said racist. Hey, mad, their head got hot. He said, why am I calling him a racist? I said, how can you stop somebody who has a brother in Cologne? You stop her that he should book a reservation for accommodation. For what? The man said, okay, let's bring the brother passport. He said, do you have your brother's number? He said, yes. He called the brother. And the brother was already at the airport waiting because they were monitoring our movement. I made a call. He said, yeah, do you have a sister coming from it? He said, yes. Any problem? He said, they say he didn't have a reservation. I said, bullshit. I have a house here and you said my sister should book. If you mess up with my sister, I will kick your ass. The man got mad. Huh? You say, you look at this man, he says he's going to kick my. Do you know the officer he's talking to? He says, see, you people are causing all this for. Leave this guy. They carried the passport, give the girl. We carried her, we entered. So when we stopped at the airport, the airport is between Cologne and Bonn. Yeah. When we stopped there, the brother was there. The girl told him the story. So yeah, no airport taxi for us. We should enter. He carried us to Bonn. We were going to Bonn, to the hotel. Then they carried the sister. Do you know that for the 1 week we stayed there, this guy will come and carry us from the hotel, take us to Cologne, where we go and eat it. Igbo food, not Nigerian food. Igbo.
You were enjoying.
Ah.
But you did well.
Yes.
Because that journalist alone, they're afraid of journalists because they know that thing will escalate.
Exactly.
It was national, not even
exactly.
You see? Mm-hmm. Wow. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.